Welcome to Adtopsy, a show where we dissect ads to figure out why they worked or why they didn't. We got a great segment coming up. It's called the Adtopsy Challenge. The guest has brought 2 ads. We don't know if they worked or not. We're going to guess. We're going to put our reputations on the line. I'm going to be wrong. We're going to be right. Maybe you can guess along with us and see if you're wrong or right. You're going to love it.
Before we get started, Nicole, do you want to get that jingle since we paid for it?
Only treat the doctors to get it right.
So we're doing something a little bit different for this challenge. You know, we have the season standings. I've sort of officially started the Adtopsy Challenge League, where
Wait, Jeff,
it's
is this supposed to be like a sport?
I'm bad at sports. I don't
Yes,
do the
that's-
sports.
That's the logo implication. Yes.
Oh my god, now I'm scared.
An American sport specifically.
So we are keeping track of wins and losses and win percentages as well. The one thing we're doing differently this time is I'm including chat responses. So if you vote in the chat, we'll get it recorded and we'll see how you do throughout the rest of the season. The only 2 rules is you have to put in your vote before we announce the winner, and the honorable thing would be before we ourselves vote. But you can do whatever you want. And then also Nicole has to Nicole has to pass that that comment through the live stream so we can make sure we see it.
Hi, Brett and Shane. Welcome.
Okay, so Lucas, Matthew, Shane, and Brett, you guys gotta show
Bring
us your
it.
tops and also vote.
Also, why is my standing not better? I won last week. Oh, I'm with Barry. You just put Barry next to you so it looks like he's better than me. Cool. Love that.
Well, you're 1 and 2. So you lost twice before that. So
You know what? No,
it takes-
we're not going to talk about that.
it's a long season. It's a long season. So before we get into the show these ads, why don't you set up the brand a little bit, Dokkan? Like, what even is this brand, Flood?
So it is essentially a bath soak brand that actually helps you with specific issues. So from insomnia, body aches, anxiety, as well as there's a sad smashing soak that helps with symptoms of like depression and things like that. So you literally soak in the bath for 10 to 15 minutes and you can absorb crazy amount of nutrients that actually lasts for up to a week. So it's actually an interesting product that is compared to Dr. Teal's, but Dr. Teal's is nothing like this product. It's actually
Sorry, I can take a bath for a week?
No.
You take a bath
That's right.
for 10 minutes and
Okay.
it gives you enough magnesium and other nutrients you need for the week.
Got it.
Yep.
But can I or
I mean, you could take a bath for a week if you want, Barry.
Oh, thank you. I'd love to. Okay, got it.
I think you'll come out a raisin, but go for it.
So just a quick audio check. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
I just learned that my body stays in.
Yes.
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 Yes? Okay, so
Affirmative.
here is ad number 1.
I just learned that my body stays in fight or flight mode because it's deficient in stress-destroying nutrients.
Our bodies need magnesium, lithium, and vitamins B4 and B6 to prevent stress from taking over, and 90% of us don't get enough of it. The Sad Smashing Bath Soak from Flood naturally refuels your body with these ingredients and so many others to combat anxiety, insomnia, and aches through transdermal absorption. Just a 15-minute bath lets your skin absorb 5 days worth of stress-destroying nutrients. It's time to get ourselves back. Go grab some of this stuff ASAP.
Very solid ad. And here we have the other one. Oh, geez, sorry. This one, we might have a little bit of some loading issues.
Buffering.
Buffering.
This isn't part of the ad.
Let me-
This would be a very
Let me,
ugly ad if that was the case.
That'd be a great ugly ad concept.
Just keeps
I'm gonna
buffering.
play with that. I'm gonna dibs on that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, so let's try it again. Sorry. This is a Notion issue, but you just have to use your imagination
Okay.
and string it together.
This is not sponsored by Notion.
What?
It's live. The show must go on.
Oh my God.
We're almost through.
I feel
All right, let's watch it one more time from the beginning, and then hopefully it'll be done.
Do we have to?
Here we go. Yes. Well, we're almost there.
Okay, we
I think we kind of like get the gist of
ready
it.
to
I'll
vote.
turn down
yeah,
the music.
yeah.
Is this creator? Is it Katie?
Yes. Yeah, that's Katie, actually.
She's a great creator. So we have one so these are very different. One very explanatory with VO, product and benefits, and one more of a vibe, maybe more native.
Can we get Katie's
So
number? To use her as a creator.
I think she's premium. So we have two ads. So in the chat, vote type a 1 if you think it's the first ad, or type a 2 if you think it is the second ad.
This is a
And what
good.
about
This is a really good.
This is a good
battle.
comparison because I'm not sure. They're both very good, actually.
Yeah. It reminds me of last week's shout out to last week's episode, by the way. While you're voting, if you haven't gone and watched last week's episode, there was another similar good battle.
Yeah.
And it also involved the similar concept of one with voiceover and one without voiceover. If I recall correctly. So I'm going to see if I can learn my lesson from last week. Although that's not really what I'm doing here, but I'm going to vote based on something I learned maybe last week.
Were you just
All right.
giving us a
But-
tease of what you're going to vote, or?
Maybe I'm throwing you off the scent.
Okay, all right.
He's trying to
The
lead
chat
the
is-
standings.
The chat is pretty split, which is also interesting. So,
Yeah, I love that.
do you know which one do you want to vote for?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, on the count of 3, hold up either a 1 or a 2. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
Split row.
50-50.
Oh, Jess, we disagree. All right, let's go.
I'm so glad.
Whoa.
I want to say, everyone, I'm so
wait.
glad that there's a
Don't-
split.
Don't do the
I'm not,
winner yet.
I'm not going
Don't
to
do
say
the winner
anything.
yet.
I'm not going to tell the winner, but because
Okay.
I feel like I wasn't sure if people were going to know. So I'm really, really happy about this. This is great.
Really excited about this. comments.
Okay, so Barry, why don't you
Mm-hmm.
defend your choice here, the second one?
Number 2, I liked
dialogue.
how slow it loaded. I think that was actually the reason why I really enjoyed that effect. No, I don't know if you watched my reaction to the first one. I was overwhelmed by
I was
the
overwhelmed
first.
as well.
I was overwhelmed. There's so much. There's pros to that too. There's a lot of benefits to what that's doing. It's throwing so much at you so quickly. There's some benefits to that. But like to me, it wasn't just related. I don't think the common consumer finds it super relatable. Versus number 2 is, to me, right off the bat, visually a story being told. It's not something being sold, obviously. I really enjoyed the there's something on my way to take a stressed girl bath. Like, it's relatable. I'm like, yeah,
It's
I
content.
want to take a bath. It shows
content,
the robe
We
being
know that, Barry.
disrobed. But the robe being dropped is like, has like an allure to it. Like, it makes you think of like what's happening there. I really enjoy the shot of the hand going over the bags. What a good shot. I really enjoy that for a lot of reasons, and I'm sorry to eat up a lot of time here. But that shot specifically is very interesting because it's a what the fuck shot. It's like both interesting and it's like, wait, what is that? How is that involved
And
in the bath?
It's
what are
it's
these packages?
It's a subtle way. It's a subtle way to say this is a product without
Correct.
saying it.
But it's a product that the average viewer of this ad has no idea what it is. That visual in a beautiful bath, that no one has that. No one's seen that. No one knows what this is. So it's creating that curiosity, and it's like this kind of premium curiosity, and this like, it's really cool. I really enjoyed that. It got me excited.
Brian says the text is hard to read, and I 100% agree. I think it's too small, and
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, but you see this every day. Like, if I'm scrolling on my feed and it's any other creator taking her Get Ready With Me, whatever, it's going to have that sort of text. So that doesn't typically bother me. I think the one thing, I chose the second one, but the one thing that now I'm thinking about is that I don't know why that this is a particularly interesting bath salt or why it's different.
Right.
The first one, I think you really get that, like with the deluge of information. So maybe I get that there's a good differentiator there. The second one, I like that it's the story. I like that it's content. I like this sort of, even this first image here is really compelling. But yeah, this is really split. This one was hard.
so I'll say the reason why I chose the first one is I agree with Barry. This is great content, but it doesn't sell. And it takes too long to get to the selling point. And I think that matters. And this one was overwhelming, but and there's a few things that I would change, but it gets like if you have stress or anxiety or something, my ears are just going to pick up, and I'm looking for any particular solution to help me. I already have the gummies and everything else. I don't have this, and so it feels like this would just be a better working ad unit.
Yeah, I really like the thumb stop there too. Like why your body is always in fight or flight, because everybody knows what that means, and like you relate it instantly to anxiety and that feeling, and like I feel like we've all been living in that in the last 2 years. So it's like a really good like.
But
I feel like
can't
everyone
even
can
read
relate.
that, though, Erin. Could
You
you
can't?
read? I couldn't
Yes.
I couldn't even internalize that sentence.
Huh?
But there
And
was
it stays on
VO
for,
on
like-
top of it.
Yeah, but I still couldn't. I think it was moving. Something about it maybe it was moving too fast.
Sounds like a personal problem.
I know,
I'm just
maybe
kidding,
it's-
Rachel.
Rachel's currently in flight mode.
Yeah.
She's on a plane, out of here as fast as she can.
It's called airplane mode. Yeah, I don't know. It was but again, maybe that's like you hear one or two of the words and you're like Jess said, your ears are pressed.
Well, in this right there too, when it was like anxiety, insomnia, body aches, it's like anyone who has any of those three things is going to stop and pay attention. Like I feel like a lot of people in this world have those problems. So,
Well, my boy DP in the chat says Jess was sort of spot on. So, Dokkan the Destroyer, why don't you let us know who the winner is?
So the winner was number 1.
Oh my god.
yes, I'm still standing strong.
I thought this one was so obvious. Because as I watched it, so one of the good indicator is as you watch the ad, do you actually want the product at the end? Do you personally want the product at the end? And at the end of this one, I was like, I might fucking try this thing, you know? And at the end of this one, I was like, that's interesting, but it wasn't.
Foxwell said he was
No.
proud of me. Thank you, Foxwell, for acknowledging your
He's not
pride
proud
for
of me. I'm so
Yeah, no
sorry,
one's
Daddy
proud of you,
Foxwell.
Barry.
So I think the fascinating thing between like 1 and 2 is you're right. Like the thumb stopping is actually like that first clip of pouring the product into the beaker. That's one of the things that
Yeah.
we found was
good
extremely
thumbs up.
effective. And then also overlaying that with this is why your body goes into fight or flight mode. And just calling out all of the things that people deal with. Actually, I think those are the things that really help like pull people in. And
Yeah.
we've spent like way over like good 6 figures on this specific ad video. And I think that the reason it's pretty successful, it has been successful, is kind of pulling people in that first kind of several seconds.
I think Barry has something to say about you spending 6 figures on this ad.
No, that was great.
Oh, I
No,
thought
that's
you
a-
did. I thought you
No,
saw your
no,
In
face.
media.
No, yeah, I got some questions. Oh, no, yeah, that'd be amazing if you spent $1,000. No, I got, same question as Matthew Gattosi here. Like, are these going to the same landing page? We have to ask all these questions. I don't know.
Yep. Same exact testing, same landing page. And so
Barry,
like
take the L, please.
I will not. I think
Yeah.
Well, Matthew asked the question though. What's our criteria of the winner? What metrics are we talking about?
right. Spend?
Yeah, so the first one had a lot higher spend. They were both in the first initial test, and so with the first one, we had the ability to scale and spend a lot more, and then also much better new customer return, which is overall ROAS, and then also new customer return that we focus on, and then just like better metrics. So like your better click through rate, and then like your thumb stopping rate, all those things were much better on this ad.
So there's two improvements that I think could be made to this ad. One, and this is one that I see a lot when you mentioned the name of the product, SAD Smashing. So I'm going to play this VO again, and this just, I didn't know what you said. I had no context for what you said, and it was very confusing. So let me just play this
Prevent
again.
stress from taking over, and 90% of us don't have enough of it. The SAD Smashing Bath Soak from Fluid naturally refuels your body.
Like I know you know what the name of it is, but I don't know what SAD Smashing is, and so immediately I'm a little bit confused and I'm sort of taken out of it. And we see that a lot when people have product names that are like that and just toss it in there, And lastly, go ahead.
Yeah, I guess the question would be like, what you would just swap out it with a different term, or like how would you go about that?
I think you can put it into context. Like this one's called SAD Smashing, and I love it. Whatever.
That makes sense.
But just the SAD Smashing bath soak. My mind goes to I don't know. I don't want a sad bath soak or something. And the last one is, I think this is super important. Like this one kind of sold it for me. 15-minute bath is 5 days, so I would like move that way up
15-minute bath lets your skin absorb
to the close to the beginning. That's all.
That makes sense.
Good ads, though.
So
They're both really great.
Yeah. Well done, half of chat for getting that right.
Am I getting kicked off the show now? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think so.
Barry, I get
Relegation.
everyone wrong.
There's going to be
yeah,
the bottom three go to relegation, right? It's like ad Topsy B.
Can we
I
vote
did-
if Barry gets voted off? Like the chat, people can like
Yeah, chat, chime in. if you
say
want.
one or two if you want Barry off.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
god.
You do it.
We need Barry. He's the heel
I'm
of the
just
show.
kidding. I love Barry.
Thanks for watching another segment of Adtopsy. I really appreciate it. If you want more videos like this, click here. It's one of my favorites. Also, please do subscribe, hit that bell notification. We are a small but growing channel, so every sub truly means a lot. If you want to dive deeper into these particular topics, there's a link to the Deep Cuts newsletter in the description below. And if you want to know more about Fire Team, kind of like the agency behind all this, the link is in below as well. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.